Hello everyone, and thank you for listening or watching 2Gs in a Pod. If you are listening on Apple or Spotify or wherever you get podcasts, please do us a huge favour and give us 5 stars. It really does help out.
And if you're watching on YouTube, please remember to like the video and subscribe. Smash the like button.
Smash it! I've always...
Smash!
Like, don't... If you're thinking about doing it dainty, fucking beat, smash it!
And we hope you enjoy the episode. Picking up my slack.
So we've got the same name.
We do.
But
4 episodes in, and that's the...
One of the fundamental differences between you and I think...
Good to dissect. Let's see if I agree. Knowing us, I probably won't.
Is the amount of jobs that we've had.
Oh, no, for sure. Yeah, no, I can't argue that.
How many jobs have you had in your life?
I worked at Next.
All right.
I worked for...
What did you do there? How old were you, how old were you and got your first job?
Was that? No, that can't be my first job. It's bad, eh? I don't even know that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Well, Next was like a Christmas sort of temp job, and I think I was still to go to college, or I think I'd finished college. So that would have been about 2012.
Yeah.
I would have been like 19 or something.
What did you do at Next?
What didn't I do at Next, mate? What did I not? Mainly working, which I always thought was weird. They put me on the women's fitting rooms.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And did
so
you
I'd be
feel...
like, how many clothes you got? 3, and then you'd put a thing in.
Yeah.
3.
Give them the wee
Give
card.
them the wee card.
So they couldn't, like, steal it.
Yeah. There was one lady. Now, this is kind of classic Muchie. There was one lady. She came in, not loads, but a few times.
Yeah.
And every time she would leave the fucking curtain slightly ajar. And I think she was fucking...
You think she was a bit of a pervert?
Have a little look at this. Well, no, I don't think she was a pervert. I think she was a pervert. I think she had the hots for what I was selling.
Sounds like she's a huge pervert.
Huge was hurtful there.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, so Next. But
I used to work
terrible.
the changing rooms at TK Maxx.
Really?
And the class of customer I reckon you get from TK Maxx to Next is
different.
The amount of shits that people did in the changing rooms in TK Maxx.
No.
Yeah, loads. And
what are you talking about? Shits?
Yeah, like people would shit in there all the time. And I'd have to be like giving them we had little plastic hooks, so the most you could take them was 6, and you'd give them like the little plastic thing that says 6 on it. You'd be like, here you go. And the amount of times I'd have to be like,
don't shit.
Are you gonna do a shit? Please don't.
What are you talking
and they'd
about?
leave, and then I'd go and check and be like, yep, there you go, there's a jobby again.
No, they had no, Gareth.
100%, yeah.
Gareth.
Straight in
this is
TK
insane.
Maxx was full of shite.
No, this is insane. What TK Maxx was this?
Straight in Lonehead.
I mean, makes a bit more sense, but
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I think it would happen more often than you think.
I am genuinely baffed by that.
Yeah.
I would have thought maybe 1 or 2 poos.
Yeah.
But you're telling me...
Imagine that woman that left the little gap in the curtain. You just seen her drop keg.
Oh, she was right. She is a perv.
Hear the thud of a shit hitting the floor.
Now, see, that never happened. And I was Next in Livingston, but it still is
Wet
Next.
slap.
Oh, mate, that's fucking... What the fuck?
Grim.
That's grim.
And then they'd be like, clean up. And I'd be like, absolutely not.
After the 3rd turd, I'm going, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, I worked in the cash office, so I did like all the cash stuff. And then I would go and do a couple hours on the changing room.
So casually. People would shit, Gareth. Like,
all the time.
That's fucking madness.
Yeah.
Someone pissed at the stand recently, and Ailey was like, oh, they pissed in a glass.
Whole glass.
And I was like, animals. Who the fuck would do that? You're telling me people left turds in TK Maxx?
Yeah, in the change rooms.
That's crazy. Do you think that is a kink? Do you think that is a whole bunch of people getting off?
Burglars leave shits when they burgle places.
That's leaving evidence. That would be so stupid.
They do it all the time. I think they get a little thrill out of it.
Is that their calling card?
Yeah.
Is it
the shit burglar?
Yeah.
But they're actually really good.
You've been, yeah. That's okay. Well, that's wild to me. That's absolutely wild to me.
I agree.
Next, I was terrible at it. I had no idea about the Next box.
Did women ever like ask you, what do you think of this?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
And what would you say?
Every single time, looks great. Every single time.
You just say looks great?
Yeah, of course, it looks great. Fabulous. Did
you ever go, you want to try, you should maybe try this little belt with it?
No, because no, because I don't have that eye. I don't have that eye. I
don't feel like
no. That's
freestyling and being Gokwan.
No. Because I wouldn't know what to do, and I would recommend something daft. What I did do though, loads, was they'd go, I really like this, but do you have it in a size 12? and I would know we don't have it. What I would know what's on the floor of that particular dress.
Yeah,
is
that's
all we
the
have.
stock. Yeah,
but I'd always take that time to go. Let me go check the stock room. I was in that stock room checking for stock of clothes that I knew were not there. I would say 10 times a day.
I think that's pretty
fairly
common.
standard practice for retail, isn't it?
That's your little break. I was a terrible employee most places. I think I loved to skive.
Yeah,
I loved it. Yeah. And when I worked for Samsung, you had to go to shops, and on your phone there was like this software where you had to like check in with GPS to say you were there.
Oh wow!
And I would sometimes.
That's a bit intense.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but it was just to, I don't know. It's like you're a remote role, so you've got to kind of do it. So I would often just go to the car park and like park near the like front, check in, and then just sit in my car for a minute. Like, I'm not going in there.
Class.
Can't face it.
No, of course.
There was more than one occasion where I fell asleep. We used to do a conference call like every morning.
From home now, yeah.
Well, you're meant to be in the field when you're doing it. But
the field?
That's what they call it, yeah.
Oh, right, as in like, sorry. You mean out in the world, not in a literal field. I was like, why are they making you do
these fucking cows are... I wish we'd stop doing it in a field, lads. This is a terrible idea.
I took that way too literally.
Yeah, no. So, but the amount of times I'd be doing it from bed and then fall back asleep, and then like I'd wake up with the like hold music because everyone had left the call, and I'd be like, oh fuck, shit.
So do you think you fell asleep on the call, and they're all like?
Well, they'd often go around and go, they would often at the end of the call go, any questions? Gareth, any questions?
And you'd be conked.
And I'd just be conked out. And they'd be like, all right, we've maybe lost Gareth.
That's fucking great. I love that. And also because I know a little extra detail about you, you might have been having that sleep imagining you getting fucking shagged by a demon.
Oh yeah.
So
that needs way more context. I get sleep paralysis once a month, easy.
I find that so insane as well.
I
find that less insane than the turds in TK Maxx changing rooms.
Well, the problem with the sleep paralysis thing is, like, most people feel like a pressure on their chest or whatever, but on more than one occasion, I've felt like something at my arse. And they reckon it's just like the duvet or whatever on top of you. It feels like that in your state that something's there. So it must have just been like the duvet bunched up in my arse or something. I don't know. But it felt like I was like, get out me! Get out me! But I can't move because I'm paralyzed.
Have you seen the film This Is the End?
Yes.
Do you know the scene where Jonah Hill gets... Do you know the scene where Jonah Hill gets fucking... I don't know a more polite way to say this. Shagged up the arse by the demon.
Yes. I would say sodomized.
Sodomized. Do you know the scene where Jonah Hill gets sodomized by the demon?
Yes.
Is that... I always watch that and go, that's what happens to what?
Well, like, because I'm on my front when that's happening, I can't see anything. So it's
tip number one: stop sleeping on your front. That is inviting trouble.
Well, I don't literally mean to do it. Yeah, like
get in here,
pull in my kegs. Yeah.
I hope nobody gets me tonight.
So yeah, but I mean, it's not a good conscious choice. That
and I find Laura's part in it interesting as well. Like, is it important that they just leave you? Is it bad to wake you up?
Wake me up.
Oh, right, okay.
So, like, the only thing I can control...
I'm getting raped. Wake me up, please.
The only thing I can control is my breathing. So most times I can snap myself out of it. Like, if you just kind of remain calm, you can get out of it with nothing happening.
This is mad,
particularly when you know what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, the first few times I got sleep paralysis, I went, I'm being possessed. There's a ghost.
Yeah. Oh,
this is the worst.
I would.
Especially after all my fucking ghost hunting.
I was just going to say, 16-year-old.
So, like, the first time I ever got it, like, I remember seeing my TV on, and it felt like I was floating off the bed, and like, it was all weird, and I was like, what was that? That was fucked up. I feel like something was trying to possess me there.
Jeez.
But then I like read up about it and stuff, and I was like, this is what I get, and it made so much more sense. And once you know that, like, you can wake up and go, okay, I know I'm in this.
Yeah,
we'll get out of it in a second. Just try and move your toes, and like just try and move a bit, and then that'll kick you up. But sometimes it lasts forever, and you start to panic, and you're going, why? Right, this is taking too long.
Yeah. Do you think there's anyone in the world
come in?
Do you think anyone in the world that has sleep paralysis still is to figure out that's what it is, and just every time, because they haven't Googled,
especially like I don't know if you're quite a religious person, you're automatically just going to go, that was the devil.
Yeah, of course.
The devil was here. Do you want to Google that? No, I know what I saw. The devil.
It was Lucifer.
Yeah. Lucifer incarnate.
Oh, but that's crazy to me. Sorry, we're so a million miles away from jobs now.
That's fine. Who cares about jobs, you know? We're fucking comparing each other at this stage.
I did have one interesting job.
Yep.
I worked for Triodos Bank.
Right. What is that?
Well, I can't answer that question.
Of course.
I wish
Why
I could.
would you?
I wish I
You're
could.
only an employee.
I think, and I could be wrong. I don't know if they actually still exist anymore. Probably not. But I think it was a Dutch environmental bank.
Right.
And
why do you not know?
Well, because the way I got the job was bizarre. So it was when I was in college studying acting.
Sat on a bench, a man in sunglasses and trench coat sat next to you and went, "You start Monday."
Weirder.
Are you the squirrel?
I would say, yeah. Are you the grey squirrel? I would say weirder than that.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I would.
Okay.
So we're in college, acting.
Yes.
Guy knocks on the door, asks to speak to the teacher. Teacher goes out. He looks a bit confused, going, right, just continue to pretend to be sad or whatever.
Yeah.
He leaves.
What a great teacher, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, well, what else can you do?
Yeah.
Happy today. That's literally it. So he goes out. He looks a bit miffed. Comes back in 10 minutes later. And he goes, right, okay, we're going to take 10 minutes to listen to Greg, was it?
Man, this
listen to
teacher
Greg.
is so disenchanted with his job.
Oh, he one, didn't care. Two, well, he didn't care. That sums it up. He didn't care. He couldn't care. A very casual man. He was on Would I Lie to You? He used to do stuff at the stand. John McNeil. Anyway.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll just pass you over to Greg. So he just literally hands over the whole attention of the class for 10 minutes to this guy that's just wandered in.
And
he
says,
no. He says, I work for Triodos Bank.
I work for Triodos Bank.
Yeah. Yeah, you work for, yeah. Why am I just...
Would you like a job?
So
that's how they all talk.
That's essentially kind of...
You're allowed to be racist to Dutch people, by the way, so fill your boots.
I just... As soon as any time we go down a maybe racist rabbit hole, I just remember to last week when I thought the term Jap's eye was medical, and I just I'm still getting cold sweats about that. Of course it's not, but how could I have thought it was? But I did. Anyway, so this guy just comes in and goes, I work for Triodos Bank. We're looking for people to join our marketing team, and we think young actors would be like really good, sort of like charismatic, sort of engaging characters.
Sure.
Does anyone want a job? And I remember going, well, I'm broke as shit, so yes, please. And like, I think me and like two other people put our hands up. So then we went to the bank the next day.
Yeah.
And then what the marketing team was stand in Waverley and hand out flyers.
Perfect.
That's what the marketing team at Triodos Bank was. And I think I worked for them for 3 shifts. And then I remember I turned up for my 4th shift, and the guy was like, "Yeah, no, we're done. We're fucking bust."
This was such a bad idea. I
don't know why we got a shop on fucking like the one behind, like on Rose Street. Way too pricey, too expensive. We're bust.
Yeah.
No one is banking here.
Nobody is banking here.
That was the weirdest job I did.
On the phrase Jap's eye.
No, okay.
I seen last night somebody spell it Japsai, like bonsai. And then
like Jap's eye.
Yeah, so then I was like, that's racist. And they went, what do you mean? And I went, it's not Sai, S-A-I. It's I. And it's racist because of the stereotype of that. And they were like, oh.
Well, this is it. So I said the same thing to Ailey. So after we recorded last week's podcast and I came off going, I can't believe I fucking thought that was the medical term. Like I thought I was saying uvula.
Uvula. Yes. Oh, you've broken your uvula, sir.
Oh, fuck. Why am I such a moron?
Urethra.
Uvula.
Urethra.
No, not urethra.
What's a uvula?
We're both fucking
What's a uvula?
That thing.
The dangly bit of your throat?
Yeah, that's a uvula.
I can't say it, what the little like spout that you have?
No, but I wanna.
It's called a philtrum.
A philtrum?
Yes.
That's excellent.
It's good, isn't it?
Philtrum. Yeah, I like that.
Weirdest job I ever had. I used to work for Midlothian Council, and the job had like 2 or 3 roles really. Yeah. It was 12-hour shifts. You do either 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I reckon.
Well, no, you did. Like they just put you on.
Oh, right,
you had to pick one.
You didn't get to pick?
No, not really. but paid super well, and it was cool. Like, so one of the jobs was to watch all the CCTV in Midlothian, and if the police came in and wanted something, you would go back to the camera and say, "Oh, here we go, got that for you."
That sounds quite important and
It was.
scary.
I liked it.
What if you couldn't get it? What if like the footage wasn't there? Or...
Well, you'd be like, "Oh, well, the footage is in there," and they'd be like, "No problem."
And
like,
when you say all of the footage from Midlothian, that's...
Do you know what? It sounds like a lot of cameras. I reckon it was 8.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot at the time.
That really needs to be more.
But one of the biggest parts of the job was you would sit at a desk and wait for calls. So old people or vulnerable people can sometimes have a little button on their wrist or neck. So if they keel over, they go beep.
Yeah, and then
and
someone's
go,
alerted.
Help!
Yeah.
Like, so it plays through their whole house.
Yeah.
So I would answer those calls if like somebody was like
Really?
that. So it sounds...
Was that all just all old people going, I fell off the toilet?
No, it's because that would be quite serious and stuff.
Yeah, because
So
I was
it
going to
sounds
say...
quite intense. And I was always quite nervous about it because
Yeah.
I'd be like, what the fuck do you do?
I might be
What
about
if I need to
to
call an
save
ambulance?
or kill someone's
exactly.
gran. Yeah.
And that's how it was pitched to me.
Yeah.
10 times out of 10. It was somebody going, "Oh, sorry, son, I've pressed that by mistake."
Oh, amazing. Absolutely incredible.
And one time, I worked Christmas Day.
I love that. Sorry, son.
I worked Christmas Day. So it was 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Christmas Day. And the amount of them that just pressed it went, "Merry Christmas, son." And I'd be like, "Okay, thank you very much. The button's only for emergencies, but is everything okay?" "Oh, everything's fine. I just wanted to say Merry Christmas."
Oh,
and I'd be like, "Oh,
God.
that's very kind of you." And I'd like, when they press the button, the call come up on the screen, and I'd get all their information, like
She would know.
any disabilities they had, or any like mobility issues or anything like that. Who their like first contact was, when to phone doctors or the ambulance and stuff. And they'd just be like, but the amount of times, "Oh, have I pressed that fucking button again?" "Oh, fuck." And then you'd hear them calling to somebody, "I've fucking I'm talking to some laddie somewhere." They'd be like, so my voice is going around their whole house because they've set up speakers everywhere. So if they fall anywhere, they can hear me.
Absolutely wild.
Yeah.
That's really kind of cool.
Like if they fall in the fucking study.
Hold on.
Then I'm in there going, "Is everything okay?"
Is the only way you get access to the fucking speaker system that is now their house?
Pressing the button.
They have to press it first?
Yes.
Kind of guy.
You can call their house phone.
Because you could
like,
have
you
fucking...
could have that. So like if sometimes you would press it and you wouldn't get an answer, you would phone like their house phone, and if you don't get an answer, then you phone the next of kin.
Right.
But the temptation to go, "This is the voice of God."
Of course. Any
Time to ascend, Mrs. Jones.
Any election time, you would have been like, right, I can guarantee us a win. I'll just take out all of the old people.
Yeah.
I'll kill them at like 3 a.m. Fucking, "This is God!" Yeah, dead.
Just grill down it.
Richard! And then just fucking
Richard, yeah.
killed.
That's Judy, obviously.
But, oh, mate, I would have fucking loved that.
It was good.
That's kind of sweet, that they'd phone up and just say Merry Christmas. But that also kind of sounds like then they must have thought that they had some sort of like a genuine relationship with you, almost like
some of them did. Some of them you
that wee laddie that speaks to me from the walls.
Some of them
nice.
you spoke to all the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes you would phone them and go, "We're just going to do a wee test of your system and stuff," and they'd be like, "Right," they'd forget like straight away. You do the test, like, "Have I pressed the button?" Like, "No, I phoned you and said there was a test." And they're like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm trying to eat my tea." Old people love their tea.
Yeah, oh no, that's important to them.
It's like sacrilegious to interrupt
old
a tea.
people, and I'm just basing this off of the old people that I know, which isn't many, but they structure their day. And if you go outside of that structure, they can't really understand it. My gran used to never understand why, when I was there, I didn't want to watch the fucking Tattoo DVD just all of the time.
Yes, the Russian pop group, of course.
Yeah. No, the
I love this. All the things she said, running through my head.
Gareth, it stays on. No, like, because I'd be like young, and I'd be like, "Gran, I'm here for fucking 5 hours. Could we not have the fucking tattoo?" And she went,
"Let's fucking fast forward this. Give me a $5 and I'll be on my way."
Essentially why I'm there, yeah.
Yeah.
But she just couldn't understand it, and I think it was because she was like, well, she'd always be like, "Well, I've put it on now."
Yeah.
So we'll wait. It's not too long left, just a couple of hours, and then it'll be finished, and then you can watch your fucking still game or whatever. She genuinely couldn't understand. I think structure to them is really important, old people.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, like, tea, that's like the main event of their day. And if you're phoning up going, "We want to make sure the system's in play," I'm with them. That's fucking flim-flam. I'm having my tea.
Was your gran a good cook?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to fucking, she's dead and gone. I don't want to disgrace the woman now.
So she was.
Sure. No, she made nice dough balls. I remember that.
Dough balls?
Yeah. She made great dough balls. I remember I always used to go, Gran, what's that over there? And fucking pinch like 3. And go, fuck you, old lady. I'm getting it.
Fuck you, old lady.
No, she's gone.
And then I'd be on the system going, I seen you! I seen you!
Return those dough balls to Ella! Oh, God.
You are like Kung Fu Panda.
I really am. It was the kind of ninja. It had chopsticks and everything.
But my gran was great cook. And I used to love her sweet and sour chicken. I was like, this is the best. And I was like,
your gran's cooking Chinese food.
Well, I was like, I must have that recipe before you go. And she went, and then I asked somebody, I was like, said to my dad, I was like, I used to love her sweet and sour chicken. And he went, it was Uncle Ben's. Yeah, I went, what?
You got illusion.
He went, it was just an Uncle Ben's jar.
And
I went, it was not. And he went, it was. What she did was, because you and your cousin Alan didn't like veg or chunks and stuff, she just blended the sauce. That's the only thing she done. And the rest was just chicken and rice. And I was like, right. Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, credit to Uncle Ben then, I guess.
The recipe is freely available online.
Granny Irene can piss off.
Yeah. Well, because my granny and granddad were from Forfar, anytime I'd go up, I'd always get like a proper Forfar Brady. Have you ever had a proper
No, I don't think I have. It sounds like something that your gran would make as a Brady.
Yeah. They sell Brady's in like Scotland and that, and just every time I'd often go back because I think maybe, but it's just sacrilege. I just spit it out and go, this is
disgusting.
It's actually racist on a level, I think, against Forfarians.
You think it's just a Forfar thing, a Brady?
Yeah, well, it is.
Is it?
I don't think. Why no? McLaren's Forfar.
That's the invention of the Brady?
Oh, yeah.
You sure?
Positive.
Okay. I believe you then.
I'm not actually as sure as you.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I said it with confidence.
I was like, going. Well, like we spoke about my job interview before with Samsung.
Yeah, the accidental racism.
I was sort of part of an interview this week for a position. My dog was trying to get a dog walker, and we contacted this woman. She went, I'll come and do an interview with the dog.
That's a bit much, isn't it? An interview with the dog?
I don't want to say so, but yes, it was. But dog walkers...
Just to see if they have, like, chemistry.
Dog walkers at the minute have so much power, because in lockdown, everybody bought a dog. Yeah. And now they're all back at work, and they're like, I need somebody to walk this dog. So they're like, I'll pick and choose which dogs I take.
Wow.
So this lady came to the house, met Harris, the dog, and...
Harris is great.
Yes.
Harris is such a fucking great wee guy.
I'm glad you've said this.
He really is. No, he really genuinely is. He's such a fucking great little guy.
I'm glad you've said this.
Yeah. Is he about to come off?
He's about to come off really bad. Dear listener, the interview. First of all, the interview actually went well. She went and met him. He answered all the questions perfect.
I know. Can we stop saying an interview? Like
that's what she called it.
Just him going and sliding over his CV with his little paw.
Because he's the friendliest dog in the world.
You'll find all my credentials are there.
Yes, a very good boy, it says here. I've got plenty of references.
Mum and Dad. Exactly. Like, interviews is insane. It's insane to call it that. I understand someone going, meeting the dog, seeing if me and the dog have chemistry. I somewhat understand that. But calling it an interview is madness. Yeah.
Like, he's always been good.
But he might be nervous now. It's his first interview. He's nervous.
That's it, yeah. He wasn't. He smashed it. Like, because he's the friendliest dog in the world. Really so she came in and he's like losing his mind. Yeah. He's like wriggling about. He's so excited.
He makes you feel like $1 million.
He can't like cope with meeting somebody. Like he's so excited that he falls over and he's like, I can't function. He's wagging so much. So the lady's like, oh, you're very friendly. And then he's like, yeah. And then he's like sat with her and like just getting loads of attention, loving it. She's giving him treats and he's like, by the way, best boss ever.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. I'm ready to go. And she was like, well, this seems great. And she gave us like the contract and we had to read through it. And she was like, this is like the terms and stuff, just so everyone's happy. And then she went, but he seems like a lovely dog. I'll take him out on Wednesday. And we were like, great. And then she left and we were like, yes, here. Good boy.
Yeah,
well done, Harris. You've nailed it. Because like, we can walk him every day, but like we just wanted 1 day a week to have like a bit of the pressure off.
Yeah, of course.
So it goes on the Wednesday morning. Laura like gives the dog over, gives Harris to the walker, and then she goes to work. And then like I get up, I'm waiting for him coming back. Yeah, he comes back. She brings him to the door, and I'm like, hello, mate. And he's like, oh, happy to see us. And I was like, so how did he get on? Was he all right? And she went, well. And I went, oh no. I went, what did he do? And she went, He like so. She also walks one of our neighbours' dogs called.
Right.
I'll not give the actual name. I guess we'll call him Bingo.
Bingo. Right.
She was like, him and Bingo don't really get on, do they? And I've like they play a bit outside, but Harris had one time with me like tried to hump him.
Right. Okay.
But it's like apparently normal play.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't get a boner.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
He's not into it. It's just a laugh.
Yeah. So I've pulled him off, and she was like, he would not leave him alone. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, and there was a sausage dog as well that he tried to mount several times. And I was like, oh, she went, his hormones got the better of him. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he basically tried to shag pretty much every other dog on this walk. She was like, I had to keep him on the lead the whole time. He just couldn't help himself.
Oh.
She said one of the dogs told him off, like properly, like, fuck off. And she went, it didn't really seem to deter him. Didn't deter him. Little fucking horn bag.
Being so fucking no, alright? No, mate. If anything, that just makes me more into it.
I think it's, like, the phrase is give a dog a bone, but he is such a generous dog.
I want to give everyone else
get a bone. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Gareth. I'm going to be very honest with you. I would have imagined that's somewhat commonplace.
It's not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because my experience with dog walkers, anytime I've seen them, and like my mate from high school's mum used to have a dog walking business, and she would walk like 10 at like a time. She'd have like like a million of them. And they would all be like fucking playing and humping and doing all sorts. She'd just be like,
play's fine, but like if you like,
you don't want to get them fucking preggers or anything. But
well,
if they were two of the
dudes, if the dog like goes like barks or like nips at you and says like fuck off with that, that's normally the sign for the dog to be like, fair enough, I've misread the situation.
Right, okay.
I thought you were freaky deaky.
And Harris is like,
was not. He was like, I'm going again.
I'm drunk. I'm not seeing the signs.
He was going for it. So then she was like, so yeah, I wouldn't be able to take him again. And I was like,
fuck.
Oh, so he got kicked out of his group on his first day. And like, I can look at him for the rest of the day. I was like, you have embarrassed me to no end, sir. That is a cheat. And he'd just be like he was just normal in the house again. And I was like, I just can't believe it. But we've been looking after Laura's friend's dog for the past day, not even that long. And he will not stop trying to hump this dog.
Really?
It's bigger than him as well. And the other dog is not arsed by it at all.
Right, okay.
He'll just be like, because like the owner,
just like an old wife that's just used to the fucking husband coming home and just taking lumps, just.
The owner that dropped them off was like, oh, they'll sort it out, just leave them, stop, like, because we were like, fucking stop that, stop. And the owner went, just leave them, the dogs, they'll fix it.
That's what I would say. That's what I would say.
So we left it for a bit, and Harris is just on.
If anything, Harris is seen enough for one day.
Harris is on, and the other dogs just sat looking at it, like, not bothered, just like, but like sitting staring at us while Harris is like, fucking come on. And we were like, how long do we watch this until it sorts itself out? At this point, we're just watching one dog go for it on another dog. So we had to be like, no, stop.
Oh, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough situation, you know.
So
because I would be the same. I'd be like, it's dogs, man.
We're maybe going to have to get them neutered because it's relentless.
What is neutered? Is that balls off?
Balls off.
Yeah. Balls have got to go.
Yeah.
In my experience, though, so when I got Glenn, I think he was already neutered.
Right.
And he never humped any other dogs, but he'd hump everything else. Everything else.
Oh yeah, like bed, toys.
Exactly. Pillow. Like I'd have mates like over to stay, so like we'd be bringing down like duvets and stuff, and Glenn would like up on hind legs, 2 legs round, going fucking come out
on a leg.
Not like on the duvet.
Oh right.
Or like pillows.
Did he ever hump anyone's leg?
One, and it was. He picked a real weird person to do it to too. Like he picked a real weird one.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
No, my wife.
Tell me your space plans. Just let me fucking.
My wife, Jessica Alba. Was it Alba you were married to?
It was Jessica Alba, of course. Oh, God, what a lady. And now I'm gone. I'm just thinking about her now.
Sorry.
No, it was this girl from my college class. She was quite a tall, beautiful woman.
So Glenn had good taste.
He had impeccable taste.
Yeah.
But like to go from pillows his whole life to then just went, well, that's obviously the elite.
Yeah.
And it was like odd. Because, like, again, I'd said, because, like, a few of the girls were, like, not scared of dogs, but they were like, oh, is he going to, like, bite or whatever? I was like, honestly, he's so friendly with people. Like, he won't do anything weird. Like, I was like, a little party trick I used to do, because, like, if people were scared, like, he'd bite him, I used to, like, put my hand in his mouth. Because he'd, like, growl and bark sometimes, but no action. Never.
Yeah.
So I would put my hand in his mouth, and he'd go, yeah, all right, fucking fair play. You've called me out again. I'm a shake man. So I'd do that all the time, and he'd be like, no bites. And then I remember, I was going to say her name there. She came in, and like, just straight away, like there wasn't even a bit of all right, like saw, pump, and just ran, jumped on it, and just started fucking going to town. And I told my mum and dad, I was like, yeah, fucking Glenn, like, tried to fuck a girl
quite
from my
funny.
college class. Dogs, we're all like,
dogs do only have one gear when it comes to that.
Yeah,
and it's
go.
Because this could be over any minute.
Exactly. Maybe that's why maybe that's it. He's definitely not going to like this.
I'm going to get pulled off.
I've got seconds
I'm going to get pulled off this woman in minutes. I need to get in, get the job done. Like a world-class bank robber. I need to get in, get out. Escape driver. Get me out of here. Mission accomplished. Dun 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 dun.
God,
dun.
That's
Going
fucking brilliant. Well, that's a shame though. But I think I
love as well that when you described the person, you said tall first, like subconsciously.
She's a model. That's her job.
Subconsciously, that was like the trait that you admired the most. You're like, she was tall.
Do you not like tall women?
Yeah, sure.
Here's a question.
It was funny that you went tall, beautiful woman.
Oh, because I think that's creme de la creme, innit? Tall, beautiful women.
Sure.
Sure. Here's a question for you. And I was having this conversation with several women. And I...
Was this whilst you were at Next?
Just trying to... no, and I my voice wasn't really heard in it.
Right.
And I think, now two straight white male, we can sort it out for real.
Let's get to the bottom of whatever it is.
The topic is OnlyFans. A lot of women see that as like a lot more of a progressive way to, like, instead of like the porn industry and stuff, which a lot of it's quite bleak and quite like you could be fucking beating it to someone that maybe doesn't want to be there or whatever, or like fucking traffic. There's a whole seedy undertone.
Yeah.
Whereas with OnlyFans, definitely that's not the case. You're giving money straight to the creator. It's a lot more of a eco-friendly. It's like the fucking...
Yeah, it's empowering.
Yes, exactly. And they're like, and it's them taking the control themselves, you paying money straight to the creator. It's clean. And I went, yeah, no, that's all true, and I agree with all that, but there's just one element of it that I think is lacking in it. So when I like watch porn or whatever, if I'm telling my partner I watch porn today, but like they know, of course they know. I'm not bringing it up, but in my head, I think it's a lot more justifiable that it's just meat that I'm watching. It's just bits on anyone. Yeah. Whereas if I started paying for one, but it becomes her though. It's her, and it's her fucking.
I understand what you mean. It's quite.
Do you know
personal,
what I mean? It's like one person, and I'm giving them money all the time.
So what you would
rather than just it's any tits or any vagina.
What you would have to do is then subscribe to loads of them.
But then I don't have the bank for that.
Well, too bad.
I know. Well, that's the thing.
Do you want to be an ally, or do you want to be just a dirty little?
I want to get it on. I want to jerk off, Gareth.
Yeah,
that's where it is.
You're a dog.
I want to jerk off guilt free.
You're such a dog.
Yeah, I know I haven't got long. Come on, 3 seconds done. No, but do you know what I mean? Though I think it's a bit more.
It's certainly more personal.
Personal, yeah.
Because
do you subscribe to anyone on OnlyFans?
No,
me neither.
No, I don't support women.
No, I know, but would you? And do you think Laura would be cool with it? There's layers to it, isn't there? There's layers.
I 100% think she would not be cool with it at all.
And that's exactly what I said to Ailey. So like, I think so. We're speaking to they won't mind. They're friends. It was some girls that work at the stand that I was talking to, and it was Corin. Fuck it, Corin's a pal. She won't mind. Let's hope she listens. And it was Corin going. I think it would be good for more guys to like subscribe to OnlyFans people and stuff. And I was like, right, okay. So for example, Corin, and Ailey was like, yeah, it would be good for you, Corin. I'm full support. Yeah. And I went, what if Corin had OnlyFans, and what if I subscribed?
It's so different.
How is that different?
Because you know the person.
But well, it's the same sort of
So it's
principle.
no longer
of,
anonymous.
It's the same
and
sort
it's
of
a
principle
friend.
of. Yeah, no, the friend thing for sure.
Imagine
is
I
weird.
subscribe to your OnlyFans.
Love it. I'd start making stuff just for you. I'd give you little winks in every video.
Write my name on your arse.
That's a fucking story. I have a belter of a story that goes with that.
All right.
I went to college with a guy. Should I name him? No. He's a fucking porn star now.
Right.
And he's.
I would watch that.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Well, he sent me loads. He's awfully good. He's genuinely good at it. Good at the sex.
Wait,
Oh.
sorry. Did you say sends you loads?
Yeah.
Well, that's made it weird again.
Well, just him going. Well, mate, weirder. And I'll try and see if I can find it. I'll definitely show you, and hopefully, if we can, I'll put it in like a little corner of the YouTube or something.
What, a bit of porn?
Yeah.
Right.
If we're able to put it on the YouTube. So basically, what he said was, he was like, they do that in because he knows like a lot of other porn actors and stuff.
Yeah.
And they do like little. I think they call them winks. So when they're recording,
Like breaking the fourth wall stuff.
Yeah, to each other. So it's just like a little.
Like when comedians go to each other, can you say a word on stage?
Exactly like that. Exactly like that.
Oh, no way.
And it's just a little language to the two of them.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Do you want me to do one with you?" And I went, "More than anything else."
100%, yeah.
And I swear to God, one day, it was like 2 months later, I'd forgotten all about it. He just sent me a little 30-second clip, and it's him having sex, just fucking having sex with a girl, like I think on like a kitchen counter, and just in the background on the kitchen counter is my fucking Fringe show poster. It's fucking madness. And he went, "There you go, there's your little wink." And I went,
Brilliant.
"That's amazing." So yeah.
That's funny. Somebody sent Sloss a porn clip once, and it was somebody getting, I think, head, and in the background on the TV was like him on Netflix or Conan or something.
Amazing.
So somebody was like, "Hey, I was jerking off and I seen you in the background," and he was like, "Fucking cool."
Fucking A, man.
That's fame, innit?
Yeah, totally, for sure.
If I ever seen one of my mates in the background on a TV,
watching porn,
I don't think I'd ever come again.
Made it. No, you would.
Oh, it'd make me go faster. There's a friend! Goo! What a way to find out that's your kink. Have to start inviting mates round. Can you just watch?
God.
Can you just watch? Can you tell a joke in the corner?
Oh, funny. So yeah.
Get my motor going.
So yeah, OnlyFans, it's a no-go for you.
Well, if I was single, maybe. I would, like... I don't know.
If I was single, for sure.
Oh, yeah,
For
everyone.
Sure. I'd subscribe to it for you.
I'd be on it.
What would you do on OnlyFans?
Get my tits out. Shove a kazoo up my arse. Cream my...
Sorry, everyone. The bloody camera died.
It cut out. But we wanted to include the story anyway, so I'm just going to put up some photos now. You won't see us talking about it, but there'll be photos of it and you'll have the audio. We can only apologise for that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But enjoy the story. It's a good one.
It's a cracker. It was too good to not include.
Yeah. Myself up. I put cream on me and go like that. Slap it. Cream there. Slap.
I'd have to...
£5, please.
I think you could do... I think... No. I think you've got it all wrong. I think you could really sell like a mainstream product. I think I'd have to go like niche. Like
what do you mean
in a
mainstream?
bear outfit with like a knob out or something. Like it'd have to be real specific for me. But I'd get them in.
Yeah.
And I think I'd also have to go gay. I think more gay men... I think more gay men would be interested in this than women. I do believe that.
Well, like I was speaking to a gay comic, and they said that gay people like fetishize everything.
Yeah.
This was on Friday night. I was down in Newcastle, and they were like there'll be somebody out there that fucking loves calves.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at that defined calf.
Grealish.
Yeah, Grealish. Yeah,
That boy's got calves.
Oh, for days. Got more calves than a heifer.
Yeah. As soon as I figured out people were doing shit with feet, I was like, people will do anything with anything.
Well, I was speaking to the girls at the stand about this.
Yeah. They're good to talk to you about it. They are good.
And they were talking about possibly selling their feet pictures. And I was like, you think I could? Like, if I popped a bit of nail polish on there. I was like, would they want to see the woman behind the feet? And they're like, some people don't. And I went, so I could pretend to be a chick.
Yeah.
Paint my nails up.
I don't lie to them.
Why not?
Because that's deceitful.
I've got lovely feet.
Well, sell them, brother.
I might do.
Totally sell them. I'm not trying to...
If anyone wants
But
to
the people
buy
that-
my... No, in fact, I don't want that at all. I don't want that. I started saying it and
The
then...
dream lasted. I saw the dream born and die
Yeah,
in your eyes in 3 seconds.
Because there's...
I could sell my feet. I don't want it.
There's
I don't want
an account out there that tweets comedians like about their feet
Really?
a lot. Yeah, I've seen it loads.
That
By
might
the
be
way,
a bit of
this
a
is the
problem, I don't know.
loudest there's ever been.
Yeah, this is such a quiet street.
It's like
People are
Skrillex
getting-
is outside.
Yeah, people are getting fucking work done. I don't think that's gonna stop either.
No, it won't. So we'll just have to
We'll power on.
power through.
We'll power on.
And, fucking if there's bangs and stuff now. 3 seconds will be like.
There's a fucking, oh yeah,
There's
there's
a circus going
there's
by.
a marching band going by
Yeah.
this week, just on the hour, every hour. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Creative Scotland. People got a grant, you know.
Anyway, to go back to where we were, I'm all for you selling pictures of your feet, but just don't sell them as women's feet. Be like that. I'm Gareth Waugh, comedian's feet. Boom.
On my feet.
Yeah, got it.
But I quite like the
Insanity.
A car has started up now.
Like, honest to fucking Christ. We are 40 minutes in, so it's only going to be like the last 20.
If a tiger bursts through the door now, I'd just be like, yeah, of course.
Power.
Brilliant.
To the listeners, hopefully, if we just like speak direct. Right, no, good. We got a little gap. We got a window.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I didn't realise it's 40 minutes. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, mate, it flies, doesn't it? It's almost like we're genuinely having
If
fun.
you were in the circus, what would your job be?
It's such a...
Bearded lady?
Yes, obviously yes. That's such a hypothetical question for me. I'm a million miles away from any
I
role
would
in the
hate
circus.
to be asked that on the spot.
Yeah. I do
Yeah.
hate to be asked it. Fuck it, lion tamer.
Oh, dangerous. I like that.
Yeah.
Get the
Fuck
chair up and the whip.
Yeah.
How's your whip action?
Good.
Yeah.
Good enough to be a fucking lion tamer.
That would be your
apparently.
OnlyFans thing. You'd be the whip guy. The whip guy who like dresses
The
up as a
whip
lion.
guy. Yeah. Oh,
You would
God.
do half your
It'd be-
body.
that sounds too cute. Me with a little whip dressed as a lion.
Hi guys, welcome
one's
to
wanking to it.
Little Lion Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you be in the circus? I'm going to fire that right back.
Ringleader. I'd be out there going, welcome to the greatest show on
okay.
earth.
So, okay, you think you're the Hugh Jackman of the piece.
I guess, what?
Okay, you can't be making what quite clearly is a Greatest Showman reference and then immediately
mean?
back out of it. Okay, Gareth. I'll play fucking silver
I think
buggers.
every circus ringleader dude goes, this is the greatest show on earth. I've never seen what the greatest showman.
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah, just that #1 fucking film a few years ago.
Never seen it.
You've never... Well, okay, there's a difference between never having seen it and just not even understanding the reference of Hugh Jackman in
Is that-
Greatest Showman.
Look out, 'cause here I come.
Boom, so you do know it, yeah.
I know the song. I didn't know it was about a circus. It's a circus film.
Yeah.
Why is there a lady singing like that?
The bearded lady.
She's the bearded lady?
Yeah, in the circus.
Really?
You've made so many Greatest Showman references and then just abandoned them.
It's like going, oh yeah, we gunned it to 88 miles an hour. And you're like, ah, yeah, Back to the Future. You're like, what?
What?
Why would you say 88 miles an hour then? I hadn't gun it. And Heavy Doc.
Yeah. And why's your name Marty?
And Johnny B. Good. What do you mean? I've never heard of any of this.
That's what you
got
did.
the whole plot.
You've just described the entire film and then went, what are you done with? That's what I thought. I thought I was having a fucking mental breakdown
That's
there.
my favourite game to do with American people. Is like sort of pretend to not know anything about like if you're comparing, I'll be like, hey, where are you from? And they're like, New York. And I'm like, where's that? And they're like, New York.
New York.
The biggest,
Big Apple.
Yeah. And I'm like, or it's to like
Big Apple.
It's to make up what their state is famous for. So if I'm like, hey, where are you
Yeah.
from? And they're like, Milwaukee. And I go, oh, the teapot state. And they're like, what?
The teapot state.
Yeah. Or
Home of the teapot.
where are you from? Idaho. Oh, no way. The cornbread state. And they're like, is that what people think of us over here? Yeah, that's what... You're the cornbread state. Love Idaho cornbread. How do you not know this? You're from there. And they're like, so baffled by it.
Yeah.
And nobody ever laughs apart from me.
The joke that I've seen you do loads that I love when you're like comparing that, like speaking to Americans or whatever, you're like, have you seen the castle here in Edinburgh? Do you know that castle is more than 50 years old?
Yeah.
Love that.
It doesn't land that good anymore.
Oh, no, it's dog shit, but
It
I
used
love
to
it.
land
I
really
love it.
well.
What is it with that? Like, Is it genuinely just because, do you think like after you do a joke like a certain amount of times it does
just don't tell it as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that used to crush.
Yeah.
And now it gets like titters.
And
I still do
the
it.
same joke.
And I'm like, it's over 50 years old. That's true.
I remember there was one time, this is bad. I do this quite a lot when I'm comparing. Because I don't know what are compare tropes that we can all dip in the hat. And I don't know if we heard the drill. You're good, we're not hearing that. I don't know what are compare tropes and what are other comedians' bits.
Sure.
And sometimes I'll be comparing and my brain will go, there's a trope, and then on the last minute I'll catch it and go, no, that's just material.
Yeah.
And there was one time I was speaking to an American lady at the stand, and I went, have you been to see the castle yet? And she went, no. And I went, do you know that castle? And I went, this is Gareth Waugh's material. I went, is old. Very old.
At least you caught yourself.
Yeah, caught it, and then but I had nowhere else to go. It's
Do
old.
you that castle is old?
It's old.
It's
old.
a castle.
Who is from Wales?
Yeah.
Because I need out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. What else? See, there is one story. I shouldn't be doing this because I don't know if we have the time to fully talk about it now. There's one story that I'm sitting on that I know for a fact you will have the most joy in telling. And I will hate every single second of it.
Right.
So I regret, but also in my head I'm having arguments with myself all the time going, it does need to happen. So maybe it's better just to get it out of the way now.
Yeah.
So there was a story that when Gus Limburn was on my other podcast, Blog, Too Much Information, he told this story for the first 50 minutes. And I cut all of it.
Did you?
Yeah, in the edit, I cut all of it because I was like, it's too real.
All right.
It's too traumatic for me. But you were also there that day, so you could also tell the story. And now that, we've started this one up and stuff, I feel like the story does need to be told. The story I'm talking about is when you, me, and Gus went to camp.
We had the best day ever.
Yeah. It was the best day ever. And then Muchie kind of fucking put a whole dampener on the whole evening by just being me. Because that's what makes me really sad about it is that was the most me I've ever been.
Yeah.
That was me in my most honest state.
It's like, those reality shows where they're like survival and stuff like that. Like they'll maybe drop somebody in Alaska and be like, right, whoever survives the longest wins £1 million.
Yeah.
To know that you wouldn't even pass you'd stop filling in the form.
Yeah, I would have gave up doing that.
So
hand cramp. Fuck
the day starts great. It's in the middle of summer. Sun's splitting the rocks. Gorgeous sunny day. We go and play football golf,
which is
and have a laugh.
The best. Fucking have some of this. I still think about that.
We have a
what a great
laugh.
day. That hole that's just all uphill.
Oh, terrible to kick a football up.
It was like something out of like fucking Chuckle Vision or some shit.
300 yards and you're like fucking still ploughing away with this.
Great day.
Then we went to Five Guys.
Yep.
Which was new at the time.
Yeah, it was very new. It was
and we were like, this is great. I don't care that I've spent £15 on a burger. It's delicious. It's real good.
And then you went across to Decathlon or whatever.
Yeah.
A shop and got
I bought a tent.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's go camping now. So I already had an inflatable kayak, which I was quite excited about using. Yeah. You like pump up and you're like,
was that already in the car as well?
No, I think we went back
yeah.
for that, but I owned it.
We just got lost in the day.
We were like so caught up, like we're having the best day ever.
Yeah,
we're just three best friends.
Yeah, having the best day ever. Yeah. And then someone would pitch the next thing and we'd be like, obviously that's what we go now. Like, obviously.
Let's get a bunch of beers, some weed, and go camping.
Yes, obviously that's what we do.
Sit around the fire, have a couple of beers, and we've had the best day.
Well, yeah.
And then we did all that, and I was like, right, let's go.
I went kayaking. That's how happy I was. This is not a body built for kayaking. I'm not a person in any way that goes, you know what I want to do today? Kayaking. Get me in the kayak. But I did, and I had a fucking wonderful time. That's how happy I was.
Down to St. Mary's Loch, which is in the Borders, and we saw a bit of an island sort of thing it looked like on the other side, and I was like, paddle there, camp there. We won't bother anyone if we're loud or anything like that. We're miles away.
Yeah.
And it's fine. So we're dicking about in the kayak and stuff. He's all have a go. You could not figure out how to paddle the kayak.
That's hard.
You kept.
I seem to be doing it well now.
You're doing it perfectly now, which is even more frustrating. You sat in the kayak because we're like basically it was like the chicken, the fox, and the grain or whatever.
Yeah.
We're like
that's the exact
there.
analogy. That is the exact analogy.
It's like we've got to get the tent over, we've got to get the booze over, and we've got to get us all over.
And can I just say now, I want to interject at this point, and I'll let you carry on because I just want this on record, and it should come from me. And when me and Gus told it, and I cut all of it, we spoke about probably about 5 minutes of it was just us saying this. You, to your eternal fucking credit, you were immense there. I genuinely don't know how you did that. So, like, me and Gus both took one trip. You, however, went out with Gus and some stuff, back for me, out with me, back for me, more stuff, back. Like, you did all of that. Me and Gus just did one trip. So, mate, seriously, I know it's too late. I know it's too late because I know what I'm about to do in this story.
Yeah.
But genuinely, I need you to know me and Gus had a lot of fucking appreciation and respect for what you did there. Because that was not easy. That was probably about the size of like a football, like more than a football pitch for sure.
It was long, yeah.
It was long, man.
Paddle.
It really was.
So
and
like
you just did it with ease, so I fucking
the
fair
saddest
play.
part about that is if there was a
Gareth.
zombie apocalypse and the three of us were the survival group, we'd be dead so fast.
Because of me. Because of me.
I'd be trying to save you and you would be dead.
Gus.
And I'd be like,
Gus
no!
helped. Gus helped.
So we were like, all right, here's how we do it. I was like, let's take you in the tent over first. I think.
You and Gus went over first.
Is that true?
Yeah, because I remember having a fag watching you going, I can't believe what I'm about to do. Yeah, I was shitting myself.
Yeah.
Shitting my
So I went over with Gus in the tent. Is that no? That doesn't seem right.
It was because
right.
Gus also just wanted to be over there and like start setting up.
Yeah, okay. So then I come back. I pick up you and the booze.
Yeah, mate, it was me and a little bit of stuff because I'm already
Then
stuff.
we paddle over. Now the thing with the paddle is it wasn't so hard on the first one because Gus was getting involved as well. I feel like because you kept paddling backwards, you just couldn't figure it out. You're like,
I want to go home.
And I was like, we're turning ways that I didn't expect because I'm in the front, and I was like, tell you what, Machi, I'll paddle.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, already it's harder doing it on my own.
Yes, and with stuff and let's just be honest, me. That's a lot of stuff to paddle there. So a lot of stuff to paddle there.
Get used across, and I'm like,
people are watching this on YouTube. You can see how can that man paddle this man when he's having a fag, probably. Oh, yeah, fucking water's coming in.
For the listeners on the audio, Much is dressed right now like a party animal. He's an open Hawaiian shirt on. He looks like what Belushi looked like.
Yeah, that's what I was going.
Yeah. So then,
look at Miami drug lord.
There's still stuff over there.
Yeah. So you have to go back.
I'm like, all right. Again. So yeah, I did 6 journeys.
I would say that it probably took you. I would say 2.5 hours of non-stop kayaking. Mate, that's crazy, you know.
So then I picked up the other stuff, and I was like, Muchie, collect some sticks for the fire. Gus, get the tent. I'll go back and get the other stuff.
Sounds like a good plan.
And then we are on our way.
Sounds like a good plan. You are overthinking one thing.
Uh-huh.
My feet are a bit wet.
Yes.
So that's rendered me useless.
So when I got back,
what
the
a piece
last
of shit.
bit of the stuff, and I saw you were sat on a little grass verge with your socks off.
Probably having a fag.
Probably. And I was like,
I'm stressed.
I said, did we get some? And you were like, I've not got any sticks. And I went, what do you mean? And you went, my feet were wet. And I went, your feet were wet? Yeah. Went, yeah, my feet were a bit wet.
My feet were wet. Yeah, my feet were a bit wet.
And I was like,
you couldn't possibly expect me to collect sticks when my feet were a bit wet.
I was like, you know what would dry
You've
up?
only kayaked over here for the last fucking 2 hours.
Do you know what would dry up your feet? A fire. That would help.
I think I remember you saying those exact words.
A fire would dry up your wee tootsies and socks.
Oh, God.
Like Survival 101. Like,
yeah, it's just
you
gone.
just went, my feet are a bit wet.
Do you know
Bring on the bears.
Do you know how when you asked me, I think on episode 1 or 2, how I'd be like in prison, and I'd go day 1, bitch me up, I'd yeah. It's similar sort of principle. I think I've just got no fight in me. It would just be well, I've made peace with the worst thing happening. I'm just useless, man. I've looked back at that. I look back at that, and I'm so annoyed at myself. I was like, what a perfect day. And like, yeah, fucking you and Gus were like going out and getting stuff. Gus was like helping set up the tent. I legit did nothing. I remember at one point Gus went, fuck it, at least roll the joint then.
Yeah.
For us to enjoy. And I'm like, but I can't roll. Why are you here? You are useless.
It descended so quickly.
You are fucking useless.
We went from the best day to just going,
fuck Gareth Much.
It's mad that we're going to murder our friend. Isn't that mad?
Do you know when I really knew I'd fucked up? And I really knew I'd fucked up at this point was when we woke up the next day, and I think me and Gus went for like a wee walk, and we realised, oh, thank fuck we don't actually have to do the kayak thing over again. Because it was like dark when we decided to do it as well. That's a whole other element. It's fucking
by the
dark.
last paddle, it was really dark.
Yeah.
And paddling in the dark on a kayak's not fun.
Not at all. Proper scary. So we were like, fuck, we're going to have to do all this kayaking again the next morning. Bit hungover, fucking dazed or whatever.
Yeah.
So me and Gus realised, oh no, you could actually just walk around. We could have just walked around.
Yeah.
Which is, it's the sort of thing where like, fucking, we could, if we'd known this last night, this wouldn't have been as
You didn't sleep at all, did you?
No.
I slept. I've got I've got a great sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Basically, I kept waking up cold and tense, like you guys probably did.
Yeah.
And I was so fed up. I went into this camping shop and I went, I wake up cold every time I'm in a tent. I don't want to do that anymore. And they went, boom, here's your sleeping bag.
Yeah.
And it is, if anything, too hot. It's great. I'm like a little bug. I love it.
So we walked around, and then we got back to your car, packed up, and you're driving home. I think then Gus had to fucking go home, shower, and then he was on a train to fucking Glasgow stand or whatever to host.
Yeah.
So he was like, fuck this fucking day, fuck this, fuck you. And I think I was sitting in the back, and I remember my brain going, don't, just sit in the back, and maybe they'll forget that you're there. And then I think about 30 to 40 minutes into the car journey, I don't know what came over me, but I felt a little bit going, I'll just pitch in, remind them that we're all friends. And I just remember going, like, I can't remember what it was, but me just going, blah, 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 and Gus just going, shut the fuck up. They're still mad. Fair. So,
what's the fucking book where all the kids get washed up on an island and they've got to, like, survive? Oh, yeah. People are going to be screaming at it. But like, I'm sorry for what I'm about to say.
No, don't be.
There's a character in the book called Piggy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's fucking useless.
Bang on.
He's useless.
Piggy.
And they kill him in the end.
Yeah, of course, because Piggy's not fucking done anything.
They just turn feral and they're fucking kill him.
Well, that's obviously what would happen.
These little 8-year-old kids.
I would eat Piggy if I wasn't Piggy. But unfortunately, I am.
They fucking smash his skull in. And I was like, the whole time, I'd read it not long before, and I was like, this is insane, I'm in it.
This is too
I'm in it.
This is mad. I'm actually going to kill Muchie.
Yeah.
I'm actually, and what I do, Piggy! Just fucking caving my skull in. Well, I'm going, why is he calling me Piggy?
Do you know how upset you have to be with a person to be high and still be upset?
Yeah, well, there you go.
The little giggly drug.
There
and I was
you
just
go.
Like, fuck. And I remember being like, woke up in the morning, and like I was knackered. And you were like, can we please go? And I was just like, give me a bit. And you took some stuff around and then came back and I still wasn't quite up. And you're like, please, can we go? And I was like, fucking all right, we're leaving. And we're never doing this again.
Nobody pitched fun ever again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just want to say, it's years later, we can somewhat look back at it and giggle about it on a podcast. I do need you and Gus to know, though, I am sorry.
That's fine, mate.
It was so bad. Like, genuinely, looking back, I've told that story to a few other people. I think in the hope that they'd go, that's okay, Gareth. Don't worry about that. We all of them went, you fucking useless piece of shit.
You sat with your wet little feet.
My own father went,
why
the fuck would you not chip in, boy?
Watched us set up the tent, refused to collect sticks.
I know.
Didn't paddle on the kayak.
Clip this as well, because I want fucking TikTok to know as well.
You want TikTok to know?
Yeah, trash me in the comments. Call me Piggy. I need to learn. Should we call that an ep?
I think we'll call that an ep.
Right. 2 fucking piggies in a pod, over and out. See you there.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, that shouldn't lump you in.